Hi, Lara. Welcome to the Quint.
Hi, Abira. I can see in our frame we've both decided to pick red for our day today. We've got a lot of red in the frame.
Lara, congratulations. So much appreciation coming your way for your role in Bell Bottom. You and I spoke before the release, but now tell me how it has been.
Yeah, so I mean, Abira had mentioned when the trailer dropped, I don't think that yes, I expected people to be curious, but I definitely didn't expect the reaction that followed is immediately after the trailer dropped. It was overwhelming at that point of time because I just had people, my own fraternity, people who had seen the trailer, families, friends, kind of calling in saying, is that really you? I mean, there's no, is, that we don't see you anywhere. Like, what's going on? It's not you. But I was very, very excited, for the film to release because I wanted people to see more than just the trailer. I wanted them to see a performance. I wanted them to see what really went on behind it. And I have to say that I feel very blessed and very, very grateful. I'm so glad that Bottom is on Prime. It's a wider audience that's going to get a chance to see the film, especially since we had very limited theatrical release. So I'm super excited about the reactions that are going to be coming in now.
Also, there's another good news. Mahesh's film is also coming, and tell me about that. Also, the whole family must be celebrating at this point, Hannah?
I mean, I know that this year has been one of the most challenging years for people across the world. Every single day that I wake up, I'm just supremely grateful for the fact that I still have my job. And it's been possibly one of the busiest years for me. I would say that honestly, 2020, 2021, the 8 months of it have been possibly one of the busiest in the last decade in my life. But yes, I think Mahesh and Leander's story, is something for any sports fan in India who's been a fan of both of them and been inspired by them. It's an incredible series to come out. But Mahesh is very different from me. He's extremely camera shy. So I think this whole process has been far more challenging for him than it has been for me.
Do you give him any tips when he steps out to talk to the media?
Oh, he's a sportsman. They have their own flair and they have their own way of doing things. And, I mean, it's like I don't expect him to give me tips, but they have, you interview a sportsman, they all pretty much sound the same, but that's their style. So I just leave him to it.
In your whole career, okay, what has been the most difficult part of being an actor? Was it to sit for your prosthetics in Indira Gandhi, or choosing a costume when you were making your debut with Akshay Kumar and you and Priyanka Chopra? What was it? Which has been the most difficult?
Well, when I made my debut, I was in very good hands. I had Manish Malhotra who did my entire wardrobe. He was a maverick. He was the king of presenting a heroine on screen. I closed my eyes and took everything that Manish gave me, and I left it up to the master to decide, what worked and what didn't. And of course, obviously, it worked because 18 years later, I'm still here. Uh, Using prosthetics for me was an entirely new experience, and one after a very long time, in the business and pretty much working on an everyday basis. So that was pretty challenging. I mean, it was very exciting to see the transformation happen. Extremely challenging as an actor, transform, be on a set for 10, 12 hours every day and not be able to touch your face. You can't scratch your nose if it's itching or rub your eye. So you literally have to like bind your hands behind you so that you don't touch your face, because obviously sometimes forget that you've got all of this on. And it is an extremely uncomfortable process, because apart from the prosthetic pieces, for me as Mrs. Gandhi, there was a lot of aging that had to happen on the skin. I mean, everything, my hands, my neck, my face, so wrinkles that are put on, pigmentation that is created. um, it was pretty challenging, but I would honestly say the most challenging thing is the amount of patience I've learned to have as an actor on set, because now in the last few years things move much faster. But in the good, old days, I would say, it wasn't that old back, but it took forever for shots to be set up. So you would spend, in a 12-hour day, you would spend 8 hours sitting around waiting for the shot to be ready, and maybe 4 hours of work. So that's changed a lot, and that's one of the things that I'm very, very happy about in the business.
Okay, now that we have an actor, we have a sportsman in the family, what does the baby get inclined to? What does your daughter feel about all this Mama being in front of camera. Papa is also now giving interviews and is a sportsman. What is she inclined to?
Well, she's busy being a 9-year-old, and it's ghar ki murgi dal barabar. So for her, it doesn't matter what the mother is playing or what she's doing on screen or not. I mean, I'm still mom. So when a child grows up in a certain environment, that becomes a very normal environment for that child. So Saira's grown up playing in the lounge at Wimbledon and at the US Open and at Australian Open. So for her, that's the only life she's known from the time she was a baby, from the time she was born. So for her, the tennis world is not, I mean, she's not awed by it. She obviously knows players. She has her favorites. She plays tennis with her own father, so she knows the stroke. She discusses games with her dad. With me, she's been on set. She knows all the actors. She's friends with all the kids. So it's an environment that I know for the people. For a person from the outside looking in, oh, it looks like a very privileged life, and it looks like, wow, what an amazing opportunity to have. But for a kid who's grown up in it, she's still just a kid, and she's just, and this for her is a very normal life. I think for us, the main thing is to keep her motivated, to keep her hungry, to keep her grounded. And I think with her, it's not difficult to do because both of us at the end of the day are also self-made people. We've both achieved everything that we have on our own steam, as outsiders that came into the industries that we ventured into and created the worlds that we have for ourselves. So that's exactly what we keep doing for Saira every day as well.
Okay, the last one, I'm just going to show you a few pictures, 3 pictures, not more. And you just tell me what's happening, where it is, and what did you do during this time?
That was actually Priyanka and I were chatting with each other just a few weeks before I left to come here to the UK, and we lost somebody very, very special in our lives. We lost Mr. Pradeep Guha, who used to head the Times of India. And he was, in a way, for all of us, a mentor, a guide, a philosopher, somebody that we really looked up to and counted on. And we lost him rather rapidly and suddenly. So we promised each other that when we were both in the UK, that we would raise a toast to him, to a wonderful man that we had the opportunity of knowing. So that night was really all about just reminiscing over 21 years of a journey that we've made together, started off and really celebrating Mr. Guha's life. That's Saira and me on a very rare day off. So I was at a friend's farmhouse and I had the opportunity of actually getting up and having breakfast with my daughter. Because she had a school holiday as well. And of course, Saira's very into wearing her matching clothes with her mom. So we were in our matching pajamas.
So cute, that picture. Okay, this is a baby Saira. Look at this. This is so adorable. A little grumpy here.
Yes, so Saira has been extremely particular about her hair. Like, mom can't touch it. Like, her didi can't, her nanny can't touch her hair. So now that she's grown older, she has to do her own hair. And like, if you mess up her hair, she gets very upset. I have a very dear friend of mine, and she's one of the best hairstylists in the country, Clarabelle Sedana. So only Coco can cut Saira's hair. So she doesn't go for just anybody. She only goes for the best that can cut her hair. So this, I think she must have been about 4 years old and had a haircut.
Adorable, I have to tell you. Thank you so much, Lara, and all the very best. And this week, it's all about
Thank you, Adira.
celebrations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.